Alright. This is updated Greenie Weenie, aka Mono Green Luris. We have 2 new cards from Marvel Superheroes, which released today, which is Hellcat Undying Vigilante and Rancor. Rancor is already well known. 1 mana, aura, enchant creature, just +2/+0 and trample, and when the aura is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, it comes back to its owner's hand, so you get to recast it on a later turn. And then Hellcat is basically our new Strangleroot Geist. A 2 mana 2/2 with haste, legendary creature, human hero. When it dies, it comes back to the field with a counter on it. She loses all her other abilities, but she gains haste. So she's a 2/2, gets to smack, and then she becomes a 3/3 when she dies. Both of these are permanents, which means they play really well with Aspect of the Hydra. Basically, all of our 2-drops are double green pips to help power this up. So we're playing Frenzied Baloth, a 3/2 with haste, can't be countered. Creatures can't be countered. Combat damage can't be prevented. Surferin, which is a 2/2 when it attacks another target attacking creature, gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is this power. So if you, throw a Rancor on Surferin, suddenly you swing for 4, and then it pumps something else for 4. And then we have Werewolf Pack Leader, which is a 2 mana 3/3. If you attack with total power 6 or greater, you get to draw a card, and then for 4 mana, it becomes a 5/3 with trample. To pair with Aspect of the Hydra, we're also playing, obviously, Rancor. I threw in a couple Blossoming Defense. You'll see the other 2 in the sideboard just as a little bit of protection. But then we're also playing 4 Berserk because it also gives trample, and it can get a little out of hand if we have a good curve with Aspect of the Hydra too. And then from our previous builds, I've switched up our 1-drops. Normally played like as many Experiment 1 kind of vibes as we can. So we were playing Pelt Collector. We were playing Evolving Adaptive, which just grow as more creatures come in, but I wanted to get a little more utility, so we're still playing Experiment 1, but in this case, we're playing Hemosymbic Might, which is kind of like a mini Surferin, which also does some silly things. If you, like, curve Might into Ferrin into, like, Rancor plus, Aspect of the Hydra, the Surferin will pump your Hemosymbic Might, and then your Might will pump your Surferin, so you can kind of, like, quadruple your power in some sense. And then we're also trying out Dryad Militant, which we've played in the sideboard before, but I moved it to the main board. It's a 2/1 for a single green. If an instant sorcery card would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, we get to exile it instead. It's just, a 2/1 body, which is pretty good for 1 mana, but it also just has some extra effect against things like Storm or random graveyard decks that want to make use of their yard. Mana base is pretty much the same. We have a splash of white for some sideboard cards. We're playing 4 Bridgeworks Battle because we can. Single Besiege You. And then sideboard, we're just kind of starting simple. We'll adjust this as we go, but we're playing some Fragments, Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate, a couple Damping Spheres plus Deafening Silence for combo, a couple Chomping Changelings, and then Heroic Intervention plus those 2 Blossoming Defenses for some protection for our creatures. But this deck's rather straightforward. We've played this. This is like our 7th version. We've played this a whole bunch on stream, so we're just testing out some new cards, and we're going to see how they do. Let's see what happened. This is a 1-lander, and this is also a 1-lander, so I guess I'm just going to go cry my heart out. Alright, whatever. I forgot how many lands we're playing. We're playing 18, which is fine because we curve out at 2, but apparently it's not fine. Annie from Watchers? What does that mean? Annie from Watchers. Holy shit, a land. Creature spells can't be countered. Oh, but he's a nerd, chat. All right, at least we get to hit for 4. Our opponent, we are fighting Jujutsu Kaisen right now. So are we opponents on what? High Noon. We're about to get Spell Quellered. Swifts. We're about to get Swifty. I think the other annoying thing about High Noon is that half of their cards don't counter. Reprieve, Aang, Interrupter, Is spell color counter? I don't think so. Or is it just exile? I don't remember. Yeah, chat, I hate this. I mean, to be fair, we kept a one-lander. Wow, he hit the same Aganjo off Arc. We're not beating that, dude. I can't beat double Aganjo off an Architect. Fuck me, dude. Let's just bring in some fragments and a couple I don't even know if we need blossoming defense. I guess we do. Dryad Militant doesn't seem as relevant here. Sir Farron's not as good. I feel like just a lot of our instant speed stuff. I'd rather have protection. But at the same time, we kind of just want to like... We kind of want to be able to just like one-shot our opponent if we have a chance. But that's probably not going to happen. Chat, I hate High Noon. High Noon can suck my wiener. And you can tell him I said that. You can tell. We can try it. Hydroponics Architect, holy moly. Alright, let's see if we can get a Ballast down. Swing for 3. Opponent's gonna go look for the island they just did, which is nice for us. Because that lets us hopefully at least stick something here. We probably want to double spell while we can, huh? We can try and double Berserk next turn, maybe. There's the High Noon, which I think is fine. Oh, he's just dead, right? Oh, into the Flood Maw? Indeed. No swings. See if he has a reprieve. Okay, Savior's fine. We can still attack. We might double block. Doesn't it suck when Ballast doesn't do anything? Like, Ballast does nothing against them. It's crazy. It sucks. Yeah, it's historic. Hello, hello. What's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, he borrows us. We're gonna try and get our Spell Queller back. We are indeed playing historic. Let's see if he'll hardcast here. No, he lets us do that. But this doesn't do anything. But if we draw a Hasty Boy, which we probably won't, we find a Blossoming Defense. We'll probably get... Okay. Flashed in Borrower. Gets to smack us for 5. The Island cycles before swinging with these. Have you overlooked the new cards? Yeah, we're playing all new brews so far. We just played, every brew we played through 5 best-of-3 games, kind of like an MTGO league. So we started with Demir Doomsday in a fraud shell. Went 3-2, but it has a lot of promise. So that was pretty sweet. And then this one, we're playing Hellcat and Rancor from the bonus sheet or whatever. But after this game, I'll show you a few different things. Okay, so let's see if we can play this Ballast. And we probably won't. And that will make me cry. How about you? You jamming anything? Playing anything fun? Alright, so we're just dead, right? He's got High Noon, and he's gonna swing. So we just got 2-0'd. Ugh! Gross, chat. Reworked it to a landfall deck without much landfall. Hell yeah. But works in nearly 5 colors. That's crazy. Are we just facing fraud? Yeah, we're just facing fraud. That's not cool. That ain't cool, chat. Should I just try and force him into a block here? I might block and discard. He might block and discard. Obviously, our guy comes back as a 3-3. Chat, you know we have 131 followers? That's pretty good. What did he discard? Ponder. Okay. Means he has to discard more if he wants to fight our Hellcat. I gotta remake a opening starting thing, which kind of sucks. I accidentally deleted mine. Blue-black Doomsday. Chat, should I eat dinner? I don't have anything to eat for dinner. Op is going to swing. We could double block, but I think I'm just gonna force a drop here. Which should be fine. Bum, 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 ba, da, da, ba, da, 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 da. We found another Razorverse thicket, so let's play our pack leader into our militant. We might get counterspelled. Or just pushed off a cliff. Which would feel bad. But I think the last time we tried to play this, it just wasn't great anymore. It used to be fine, but now with like these mid-range slot piles with just like efficient creatures and yeah, all this removal, I just don't think we can kind of like keep up, which is fine. Not saying every deck is going to be good forever, but it hurts sometimes, you know? Especially when we get such fun tools. Hemosimic Might is nice. What do we play? I'm just gonna try to keep blocking this frog for as long as I can. I don't think we're gonna make it very long. But I'll be damned if I don't try, chat. Second frog. Into a Besiju. We could swing and force him to block. And then pump with a Berserk and see if he'll discard more, but we're not going to. We're just gonna let him draw 2 cards and then we'll feel really bad about ourselves. Yeah. Gross. Frog's a crazy creature, chat, isn't it? Blossoming defense is pretty good. We're gonna try and Berserk this. Let's see what opponent has. He's got something. Which we're trying to force out of their hand. Might just be a counterspell. See if he has something else. I don't. And then our final match was what? Blue-white control. Opponent's really thinking hard about countering a blossoming defense when they have double frog on the board. All right, chat. We're going to see. Let's go game 2. This is tough. Might be worth a rest in peace. These mites have not been as good as I want them to be, which is rather unfortunate. Makes me sad a little bit. But it's okay. 3, 2, 1. Intro screen. The 4th one did not download because everything hates me. Oh. Alright, let's try again. No, 1-drop kind of sucks, but we'll hold on a fragment in case they turn 1 to Tameo. Which is fine by me. Let's play Verge. I'll Baloth here. We probably want all 4 fragments in the sideboard, huh? The more I think about it. Find a temple. Let's play Hellcat. Frenzy can't counter it, which is nice. Okay, so this is just not downloading for some reason. So let's change this. Green Devotion. This might be the slowest frog player we've seen in a while. Which is funny. We find a blossoming defense. Let's play our pack leader. Swing 3. Might see a toxic deluge or something here. Yeah, for what? 3? We're gonna pump this to a 5. And then he's dead. Unless he has a fatal push. Which he might. Yeah. Okay, so we know he's playing Deluge over whatever, so I think Heroic Intervention's fine. Might want to drop a Berserk and add the Aspect in just so we can make a similar play to that. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's also... What are we on, version 7? Chat, who let me play 7 versions of this deck? Update, it was me. Okay, experiment 1, order them all. Better, but not great. Mostly used to best of 1. See, we used to play best of 1 in Historic. And then it just became a slop fest of persist combo. And every time I'm like, oh yeah, let's test in best of 1. And then I go into best of 1 and I immediately regret it. And I've come to the conclusion it's just not a real format. It's like truly just coin tosses. Mr. Spiffman, how the hell are you? They're okay so far. This is our second one. We played Dimir Doomsday to start us off, which was pretty sick. I don't want to lose that, I think. You went to Diamond? Yeah, a lot of people use it to just, like, they'll play Persist combo or Auras or just, like, the kind of, like, brain dead stuff. Just because it's so much quicker. But, like, I don't know. I don't like that gameplay. I assume we get this eaten. We played Dimir Doomsday, Mr. Spiffman, and that was super fun. We went 3-2. I messed up a few times, but both of our losses were mono green devotion, which I think is just like our bad matchup. Why are we... Oh, turn on flow state. Maybe we also might want to be playing flow state in our shell. But he also just tapped out for that? Did he not? Let's see if he... Okay. There's a chance we see Fatal Push here. I'm alright, Mr. Spiff. Trying to find a job. Getting rejected a lot, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, baby. Do we want to pump for 4 while we're here? I would think we do. He's going to target Ballast, probably. Yeah. So we're going to smack him for... Or try to. He might have Fatal Push as well, but I'm okay with him burning a second removal spell on our Hellcat. You brewing up anything fun, Mr. Spiff? Let's see what he does. He forces. Okay. That's alright. I'll take that. We still smack for 2. Got 2 cards out of his hand. We take those, chat. We take those. Rancor. I hardly know her. There's some... I think there's some people in Discord working on it. Okay, so he Fatal Pushes our Hellcat, which is good. So we get 3-3. Our Rancor dies, but then we're going to try and play this Pack Leader, which I assume eats a counter spell. Yeah, like... even just the builds we played today, oh, they're like, I'm happy they were rares too, because they're just so fun to play through. It's like playing Frog, and I mean Frog's just fucking Frog, right? But like then suddenly you have like this puzzle box in there. It was really neat to like try to put together the proper piles and stuff. I'm gonna post our gameplay. I made a few mistakes with stuff, but like I said, we mainly just lost to mono green, but we beat, I forgot what we beat mono white auras. We beat the mirror match. I played against another blue black frog, and I think we 2-0'd him. And then we beat blue white control too. Yeah, Thorkel's much better. Someone, chat, we're just getting eaten alive today, huh? Holy shit. He's got a fatal push here or something? He's got a stern scolding? Of course he has a stern scolding. Where was it? Someone just posted a link to a timeless version. Oh, by Taco Bite. I'll post it in. I don't know if you've already seen it, if you're doing stuff, but Taco Bite had a thing about it. See if he has another counter spell. Chat, I'm not a fan of this these frog decks. Okay, he has battle at the bridge. It sucks that basic aggro can't really compete anymore. You gotta have like such high value creatures. I didn't watch that myself, so. Fabro Elder Emergency Powers makes a lot of mana. We found a Hemosimic Might. Let's see if we get our Luris countered. Yeah, okay. Chat, we're conceding. We're getting surprisingly wrecked with our lands. We're having a real tough time with lands. I know we're playing 18, but geez. Our deck hates me today. This is what, game 3? We're 0-2, chat. We are 0-2. What does 4-color mean? I don't know. Of fucking course they have a Maelstrom Pulse, chat. Why wouldn't they? We are just getting destroyed. Is this just 4-color control? Sure seems like it. Jesus Christ. Alright, at least we're drawing kind of hot. But, holy shit. Maybe guys, maybe Greenie Weenie just wasn't meant to be. Maybe that's the way the cookie crumbles these days. Golos. I haven't seen a Golos shell in forever. Shout out to this guy. We find a Baloth. Okay. I'm tempted. Let's just throw the Rancor on the Baloth. And swing for 5. Does he have enough mana? He has 7? Yeah. So we're probably gonna get like super crazy spelled here or something. Traxa, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, chat. Nicobolas, Scarab God, Sorcery Instant. Okay. Nothing like insane, but enough that he's so far ahead on card advantage that we're gonna fucking lose. Blossoming defense. Ew, chat. So you go up 7, down 9, and then we're just dead, Jet. Jesus Christ. Maelstrom Pulse, dude. Changeling actually might not be that bad. We might want to change. I know we took out Luris there. We might want to change those to Haywire Mites. The more I think about it. There's also some people talking about... Okay, this hand's better. Other versions of Doomsday in his storage. Can we kill him? 6, 4. I think we can kill him. Oh. Oh, because it triggers whenever. That's okay. Do we want to double? Put him down to 2. Obviously that dies. So I should have waited to do that, chat. That was my bad. I forgot that Berserk has the timing restriction. Steam has issues. Check my accountants. Steam has issues. Jim. Have a good one. Oh, sorry. I think let's swap out the changelings after this match. Also, while I'm sitting here, let me do some other stuff, chat. Game 1 was against Blue White High Noon, which I hate. Mr. Spiffman, what have you been playing lately? Were you telling me you were playing through Borderlands? This is a weird hand. I don't think I should have kept this. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Okay, we find our land. And we find our Besieju, which is nice. Take our opponent to 8. Or hit our opponent for 8 down to 12. I was hoping we would draw something better off of that. He finds a Verdict, we get our Rancor back to hand. We find a Blossoming Defense. Rough. Rough, chat. Maybe a Golos here? Took our defense, which is spicy. We find a Hemosymbic Might, which is nice. We'll throw a Rancor on it while we can. Blows up our Might. Gets our... Chat, I fucking love Rancor, dude. This is a game where not having access to Luris is really fucking us, huh? Those changelings really boned us. Jesus. We're just drawing the wrong half of our deck. You hate to see it. We'll eat that before he draws something, spin him into that. Eat that before he draws something, spin him into Clothis. Eat that before he draws something. That was funny. A Frenzied Ballad off the top would feel good. He has, what, Ashiok, Farewell, Thought Erasure. We're not really gonna win this. We need to hit some nutty things. Jesus, chat. Alright, chat, we're gonna concede. Wow. Alright, we beat Jun Boys. I think we're gonna lean on Might here. I don't know why, but Might just has not been impressive. Hedge Maze. Simic. Interesting. Get to swing for 8 next turn. If we Berserk. Well, we can do some silly stuff next turn, maybe. Oliphant. Opponent is on Living End. Can we... I don't know if we kill fast enough. 6. I mean, we can just threaten. Obviously, Might dies here, but we get our Rancor back to hand. And if he had, I mean, there's a good chance he has Violent Outburst. Oh. Vibrance, pretty good. Good draw from opponent. Probably should have played the second Militant out. My fault. Could have won. I thought he would have went for it that turn. But we got punished. Not good, chat. Not good. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to bring in Rest in Peace and Damping Spheres. He's at 2, so let's swing and see what he does. Just had all the tools, huh? I was trying to force him to fire off an early Living End, but it just didn't matter. Vibrance plus Endurance in hand. Kicked our butt. Speed seems to be the name of our game, but I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to get there. We're gonna put this Rancor on here. He might just fire off an Outburst now. Oh, he's playing Sky Turtle. There's no way he doesn't have an Outburst in hand, right? Let's see what he does. You have the Outburst? Yeah, he does. Okay. All right. I guess maybe we should exile there, but let's bring in the Spheres. What else did we see? Vibrance. I think I want to bring the defenses and the Rest in Pieces too. We just want to be fast. One drops are important. Defense is fine. Probably drop most of it. Drop a Rancor or two. Do something like that. Chat, I forgot to record our match against Jund, but that's okay. I don't think people are going to miss it. They're just going to watch me lose all these games in a row. Okay. No hate, but we can do our best. Swing 5. This has to be cast to win. Oh, before combat damage. Okay. Tapped out. So we can berserk. Fuck my life, chat. We put him dead on board, and dude just has every answer. Feels bad. Feels bad. Brotherhood end. Let's see if he has it, chat. Oh, he's playing Knot of the Bone, too. Oh, he's on Rhinos. Well, at least kill one Rhino. And then I can kill the other one. I really don't think the Rhino game plan is very good out of the sideboard. I know it's useful, but in Historic, it just doesn't seem nearly as relevant. Especially, like, yeah, we brought in Rest in Pieces. Ew, why are you playing Bloodbraid Marauder too? Chat, our opponent's deck is whack. He's on a Marauder build. Wow, but his hands have been insane. I'll give him that. His hands have been nutty, chat. But a sideboard into Rhinos against an aggro shell doesn't really make sense to me. You're still just better off wiping my board and then hardcasting your big boys like that. Right? You just need to survive the first few turns. We found nothing but lands that whole time. Ew! Alright, so what did we learn, chat? What did we learn today, chat? Okay, first off, love Hellcat. Rantor, I don't know. Like, Rantor was good, but like I said, I kind of missed the card draw from Audacity, which is weird. Rantor gives you more grind, but Audacity just, like, keeps you a little more gassed up. So we'll have to mess around with it. But in general, like I said, this shell was good back when Eldrazi was, like, a big bad. And, like, you could play quick, low-to-the-ground aggro decks to get under it. And, like, somewhat compete with Wizards, too. But even with Hellcat and Rancor here, it's just, in this meta, it's not good. Which is kind of what we said last time. We want to change these Chompling Changelings. But there's just, I don't know, there's just so much removal in the format. I forgot to record it, but we beat that John Goyf's list. But it's just Fatal Push after Fatal Push, and it's just so much slop, jet. I will say Rest in Peace is really good. But in terms of how well it plays now, the format's just too hostile to an aggro deck that doesn't wombo combo you. Like, you're better off just playing the Gruul Berserk combo list. I will say Aspect of the Hydra and Berserk feel good. Dryad Militant also felt really good. I think our 2-drop suite is awesome. It's just like, I kind of wish we had some more impactful 1-drops. I'm almost wondering if we'd go back. Don't yell at me, chat. But I'm almost wondering if we'd go back to Old Growth Dryads. That card's not good. But, like, I don't know. Hemosimic Might just felt really bad. A 1/1 that, like, can't fight through anything else. On, like, especially when you play it into turn 2. You're usually trading this out even if you play a Hellcat or a Baloth and are able to swing on turn 2. This is usually dying and literally, like, doing nothing for the board. Whereas, like, we could play an Experiment one, which at least grows a little bit. Dryad Militant at least impacts the graveyard. And Old Growth is at least a 3/3 on turn 1. So, maybe we swap those around. I'm still not sold on Rancor. We might want to cut down to, like, a 2 of. And maybe go up to the 4-fold Blossoming defense, or maybe we up the number of creatures and do like a 3/3 split on some other stuff. But that's where I'm kind of thinking right now. Mana base feels fine. Sideboard, I think we're cool with. Just kind of playing whatever you need to. Fragments and Rest in Peace are great. The other Blossoming defenses are good. I like having access to Bridgeworks Battle, but it just seems like this kind of archetype where you're just a not special aggro deck isn't really what you should be doing in the format right now against Frog. But anyways, it's super fun. I mean, was I impressed by Rancor? No, but does it feel good to play with Rancor? Yes. Does Hellcat feel great? Yes. I'm enjoying having 8 hasty boys in this nowadays. But that's it for me. You'll probably see this deck again as we continue getting more random green cards in the future. So thank you for watching, and I'll upgrade it, and I'll catch you in the next one.